Hello, Commanders. How are we doing today? Hope you're all doing well in this, what do I call this? A post-arc? It's not quite post-arc. We're just wrapping up the arc. We've had our incursions prep, and we're just doing some events as we are getting ready for that. And I guess next arc, see how that goes. Hope you all had a fun month, and I hope you were able to unlock Trip, T'Pol. I think they're both have some value. T'Pol's not as much. I mean, you got the protected cargo, I guess. Trip does help a little bit. At tier 1 doesn't seem like a significant amount, but you know, any little bit will help, I suppose. But they definitely need to improve officer sourcing. So in today's video, I wanted to just put out a quick video to talk about the Treasury, and I know that how they change the amounts in the Treasury depends upon probably how much you spend in the game and things like that. I don't really know the in-depth of how Scopely determines what is available to everyone, so yours will probably look different than mine. I am an Ops 55, and so it's going to have some stuff that there might not be in yours in mine, depending upon your level. So let's look at it real quick, and I just want to give you my thoughts. Whenever we have a Treasury, people always say, hey, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And I'll give you my 2 cents. It's interesting why they're offering a second Treasury this month. And it's been posed, and I think a number of people in Discord and a couple different Discords I'm on, I think the players agree that Scopely probably just didn't make enough money this month with the Zindi and the officer sourcing. Because if you remember, once you unlock Trip, then a pack opened up in the store. I wonder if it's still there. I don't remember. Oh, it's right there. So I could go in for, really? $100 for 10, and I get 10 shards. There's other stuff in there too, I guess, but I thought there was a pack for, it may have disappeared, but I thought there was a pack where you can unlock Trip for more. Well, that is abysmal. He's not that, I don't think he's that great of an officer. So how many of these would I have to buy? 10 of these at 10 shards a pop to get Trip tiered once, and technically I'm at 20, so I'd only have to buy 8 of these, but still. Whew. Alrighty. I'm not made of that kind of money, ladies and gentlemen. So, anyways, let's have a look at it. But before we do, if you're new, please remember to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button and the bell notification so you are kept in the loop on future content. So, the first thing you're going to notice here is that there's no officers. And I think it's been said, you guys can correct me in the comments below, but I think it's been said that Scopely kind of values a full unlock of an epic officer at like $400. I think that's right. I don't think it's 100. I think it was 400. But that's crazy. There are no officer shards in here. For me, I get a lot of Latinum. We'll talk about what is in here, though. I think not having officer shards in here is a big miss. Because they haven't changed the price of the Treasury to unlock it, of course, right? I'm still going to pay the same. It has ship parts. It's got Battleship, Explorer, Interceptor, rare parts, a normal amount, I think, of uncommon. So it definitely will help if you're shy on those. I like that they have a pack here. Well, I call it a pack, but the Treasury pack, let's call it a pack. This pack here that has ship parts, because something that I always look at when I am looking at, you know, whether the Treasury has value or not, because one of the harsh things to source in the game right now, and they've had to come out with some more mechanics recently in past 3 to 6 months, I guess. I'd have to go back and look at the exact timeline, but in more recent, they've come out with research to make ship part farming more or easier, and they've had more of these things in like different loops, like the Bajoran has some, and Section 31, is it? I think has some. No, I'm thinking of the Zindi. Sorry, thinking of the Zindi loop. And obviously, I'm not there yet because I'm still trying to lock the favors, working on that critical floor one, and it's expensive. But one thing I'll look at in the Treasury is ship parts, and it's okay. It's probably about normal. From going off of memory here, you guys can tell me in the comment section below if you remember differently or have records differently. But one thing that disappoints me is that if they don't have officers, which would add a significant value to any treasury, don't you think they should have increased the number of parts? I mean, what's it going to kill you to show that this is actually has some value? I don't know. I wish that they had made some adjustment as far as that goes. It has survey parts, 3-star at least for me. And so for the battleships, it's got, or I should say the warships, like the Explorer, Interceptor, and battleships. They've got parts for each of those. But they don't have survey parts, but that's probably typical. Has a good amount of titanium, although I get quite a bit from the monavine. And if you don't have one, you're going 50 plus, please get that as soon as you can. If your alliance has that ability in territory to get that, I would get that as soon as you can and start working on it. As I scroll down, I can see that it's got ore and crystal focus, so that from the materials standpoint, this seems to be more geared toward, say, a battleship. It will help with things like your operations building, your academy. So if you're not getting it just for a particular, like a battleship, it can still help with your base upgrades. It will also help with your docks. But things like your defense platforms, your R&D, it's not going to help with those so much. So what else does it have? It has repair speed ups, but it does not have the speed ups to speed up like your buildings and your research. So that's missing as well. Kind of makes me wonder, did they just rush this out because their higher ups were like, we didn't make them enough money this month, and they just, according to Rep, it was intentional to leave out the officers. It's almost like they're just kind of playing on, ooh, we gave you a second treasury, go and spend some money. Or, ooh, if you happen to have the parts now, the broken de-sealing rods to unlock it, go for it because it's giving you extra stuff. My honest opinion is I just feel like this is missing. I feel like it should have officers. I feel like they should add more to this. There's a lot that's missing. What you're getting is ship parts, not a ton. I wouldn't say more than normal amount. You do have, I think, I'd have to go back and check, but I think you have a decent amount, a pretty good amount of materials here. So maybe that's where they're trying to make it up. I don't know, but it's just, there's so much other stuff missing that could be added to this to make it more valuable. If it were me, I would say thumbs down to Scopely. I would say change this before I'm going to fall for this little gimmick you've got me here. Add officers, increase the amount of ship parts, do something, because this right here, while you may be sucked into it, and at first I kind of was, I think maybe you hold off and be more patient and wait until the Treasury next month, which should have officers in it. Now, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe next month you won't, if you don't get this month, you'll hate me and leave me some hate mail on Discord or something. But honestly, it just doesn't seem as valuable as the other treasuries have been with the components that are missing. So I'll leave it at that. I think I'm going to hold off until next month. I just got enough broken de-sealing rods with the finish of this last set of events to unlock it, but I think I'm going to hold off. But I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you think that it's giving enough rare parts and uncommon and common parts and materials that this is worth it to you, even though it doesn't have officers and other things that we usually might see in in the Treasury. So, love to hear your comments. Please leave them below. Join the Discord and feel free to message me there. Once again, that's where we do our monthly giveaway. I'm still trying to get this channel up to 1,000 subscribers. We're over 800 now, which is fantastic, and I appreciate everyone that has joined or has subscribed and has joined my Discord. It really helps to grow this channel. 1,000's the goal, so we're trying to get it there. So if you haven't subscribed, please remember to do that. So anyways, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next time.